My Jag was made in the year 2007, the same year as this parking area was built. Bonjour, hello, welcome to MaxMountainWorld, welcome to the garage. I've just came down here I'm setting up a couple of things for the next few days with the two cars, with the Saxo, with the Jaguar, and I thought I'd just bring a camera down, have a wee look around. So yeah, as most of you know on my channel, I have the Citroen Saxo 2002, the very last edition of the Citroen Saxo. It's a small car, but nowadays, that's a small car. This is a BMW X1, and it's kind of like the SUV version of the 1 Series, which was the smallest BMW ever. Look at them. Yeah, okay, so the Saxo's parked a little bit back, but I'm going to have a little look around here. I wasn't sure whether to do this or not as a video, but I've looked into the etiquette and all the permissions I've got and this, that and the next thing. Yeah, pretty sure it's okay. As usual, anyone objects, it goes. This building was constructed in 2007, the end of 2007 it was finished. Hello Jaguar. And yeah, in that time, they obviously set this place up, like many other parking places, for a certain size of vehicle. Now, in the last 17 years, that's kind of changed a bit. I am trying to not include regs in this because I want to kind of keep to the privacy thing. But in the same way that the Saxo was a small car then, and now that's a small car, missed the plate, and the same way back in its day in 2007, my Jaguar was a large-ish family car, luxury car in Europe, and yeah, worldwide. But when you take it, oh, trying this one again, I think I made a mistake there, but you look at it, in height alone, look at the difference. We've got the piping running behind, but the Jag's no longer a big car. Just in passing, I think this Alpha has had some overheating problems on its bonnet. But yeah, the other thing is the height factor. Here we have, again, just trying to miss that, a Dacia, which started off as a sort of French related kind of joke model, but now, yeah, but look at the height of that. That is the absolute limit of what, I'm just raising the camera up, what we can do here. And that is an average size vehicle these days. Most vehicles here fit in just, like we've got Peugeot, we've got a small Jeep, Peugeot, Opel, and most of them are kind of lengthwise fitting in sort of thing. But we've got a Renault here. He's a bit restricted because we do have a pipe behind his antenna, but just look along the line and it gets worse. I should have brought the LED torch thing down here as well, but I never foresee. But that's the distance from this, and we just go past, whoop, go past the parking place, and then, yeah, that's an average size Skoda. Back in the day, Skodas for me, and everyone in the know back in the 70s and 80s, they had heated rear windows just to keep your hands warm when you're pushing it. This is a lovely vehicle, lovely colour and everything, but it's, look at the size of it, and I've already shown you the back. And then from the other side, mid-sized Tesla equally against the wall. So I'll go past the old, or the new Skoda, and the height factor, and sort of oldish cars, they're all fitting in. Here's a newish one, Seat. Look at that, Tesla. Again, doesn't really fit, and it's hard nosed to the wall. Same with another BMW X1. And Peugeot. And look at this guy. This guy is actually against the wall. I'm not going to go in there, but it really is poking out. Let's jump back in time, and I've got a good 4 or 5 feet difference between these two. The Jag's about the same with this Kia Jobby sitting next to it, except the height difference. So it's much the same case. You can see all the noses and arses that are poking out. And this place 17 years ago was constructed. I've come across many other car parks in ski stations. It's much the same case, round about the same period that they were all built and stuff. Monaco a bit different, because when they build stuff they kind of built it for whatever. I've done videos on that as well. But just a few observations just while I'm down here sorting a couple of things out with the cars. So yeah, there's a lot more stuff coming up and preparing it all and stuff. So thanks very much for watching. Keep subscribing and doing all that YouTube stuff, and you'll be able to see what's coming. There's a lot more skiing videos. There's all sorts happening. Okay, ciao. So yeah, just in final, the whole point of this is parking these days. Are cars getting bigger? Or, well, they obviously are, but maybe all the stuff that is to do with eco and electric and hybrid and whatnot, maybe they should be looking at the size of vehicles. If it boils down to it, you might have an uneconomical older car there, but it's only a ton. That one, there's a white nose picking out there. I'm sure that's more than 2 tons. It's electric. The physical actualities of movement, it takes more to shift 2 tons. So I'm looking along here, older vehicle, older vehicle, older vehicle, older vehicle. This is a newer vehicle, and another one. And they're all parked hard to the wall. All their people have gone, oh, blah, 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 all that stuff, being guided by their partner or whatever. I'm intrigued to see what this white thing is. Just in final here, I remember back in the early 90s when the first Kias came to the UK, and they were like cars from 10 years before. They were a bit of a joke. It never really happened. And then in the sort of 2010s onwards, this is what we ended up with. This is a Kia. Look at the size of that yoke, and he is hard to the back. And just to compare with it, this is a minibus, and really it's longer. It's almost as high, it's longer. Wow. And same back and heading over towards the old tripod where I started the video, and just looking past, yeah, sort of that is how not to install a barrier. Imagine when that's up. If they were all like that, how would you turn your car around without hitting the damn thing? But yeah, there we have, fairly newish mark. And then older vehicle, older vehicle. This is a new one. The next two, you can tell. This is actually a Toyota. And I won't do the plate, but I remember when RAV4s were little vehicles. In the last 17 years, what changed? We have electric vehicles, we have electric vans, conventional vans, petrol, diesel, hybrids, plug-in hybrids. We have all sorts. What is the solution? Really, is it cheaper to have a 2-ton, 2.5-ton electric vehicle versus a hyper-economical, many decades developed internal combustion engine vehicles that can be adapted to run on eco-fuels? The main thing is, the big thing is, it doesn't cost less to shift 2 tons of electric than it does 1 ton of conventional internal combustion. This is just my opinion. And one other thing, just let's have a look at what has happened to garages in the last 17 years. Just a video on observation here, and